Welcome, everybody. This is episode 2. Uh,
Episode 2.
yeah, attack of the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. I was trying. I couldn't think of anything that would that would it's the only thing I could think of that would resemble attack episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and it didn't.
Right.
It was the only other thing I could think of. But all right. Uh, uh, I like making bad jokes. Anyway.
Hey, you're fine. That's cool. I love it.
You're the
You
first
know,
person who's actually said that. You're the first person who's actually said that. But usually my jokes are met with a resounding.
well, no,
That's the
not
usual
for me.
response.
I'm a different.
That's like the usual response to my jokes. Alrighty. All right. So I know that you so Cassie, I remember you said that you were looking up some information about AI, because I mean, especially with how widely spread, like especially with how widely used AI is nowadays. Like you have like ChatGPT, you
Yeah.
have Gemini, you have what's the other one? You also have like Mid Journey, stuff like that. Like you can use to create images.
Yeah, and then the videos and everything. I mean,
Mm,
Hey Jen, there's a bunch of them. And um well, it's so crazy is where I am, an expert at AI. I had a meeting today and he brought up a great point. But because AI is actually with in everything, in health, in lawyers, they're all using it, doctors, everybody's using it. But they're using a system that can give hallucinations. And what hallucinations is basically saying, it's not the right current information. It could have been a law
mm,
that was back in 1974, and that is not illegal now. And talking about a lawyer, and his paperwork has something, and he's like, well, AI did it. Well, you got to give your AI accountability like we would
mm,
do ours. And they're starting a new program, and they're doing webinars and everything about it to show you how to, train your AI to actually give you the proper information, and it actually goes back and it will make it accountable and make sure we know
mm,
where that information's coming from. So
mm.
it's really interesting.
Yeah. Huh. So like if it was coming up with like an article on like alcohol, like, or like on like bars in the US, like it wouldn't bring up like the prohibition from like.
Well, that I mean, they might bring up prohibition, but it would be one of those things that it would tell you, this is when it's happened. And then it will update, because what you're doing is you're basically going in and you're basically saying, that you need to be held accountable to give me what the resources or references you're getting this from. So it's
Hmm.
basically getting more citations and
Mm,
going along that line of, figuring out, how to set up the system correctly to not give you those hallucinations or that wrong output.
yeah.
So it's like I said, because AI, I think everybody thinks that if you use a prompt, it will work for everybody else.
Yeah, like
And
it
it's
just automatically
actually
gives you that correct information.
right. And you need to any AI, you have to have your own personal give to it. So we can't go all AI and be like, oh, here's the work, and,
Yeah.
not even read it. We want to make sure that we have that personal touch so that way we don't lose our voice, because I don't want a voice of a computer basically saying what I want to do or what I'm doing or what they think I'm doing. But yeah, having your uh your AI trained correctly, um and actually give them the correct information like while you're doing it, because like I have used it for school, and it has helped me summarize all my work so that way I can read it all and have it all ready, and then I can
Mm.
go and do my reports. And it has helped me so much. But I made sure that I've used prompts that will make it be accountable and tell me where those references are from. So that way I can go and look them up and make sure that they're there. And it's really awesome. Um, it it's something that we need to be very leery of, because AI is where is it getting its information? It's getting its information from all the information that's been inputted in it. And we don't know that is. So
Mm.
you got to kind of train it, and I'm really interested in, this AI government. Um, we'll have to include the website so that they could check it out too. Um, So, I mean, because it's really awesome. The Let me see what the name of that was. Let me see. It's cognifysolutions.ai. But I will we'll put it in the information in there so they can go to it. And it has a community where you can actually network and self-publish yourself, so that way you're
Oh,
doing your networking and then also uh giving your input, or your your thoughts in there. And it's really it just to have that community and trying so that way we are being taught the right way of getting the correct input or output from that AI. So it's really interesting. So I'm sorry I've been gabbing.
no, it's fun. No, 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 no. Yeah, I mean, I mean, because it is interesting, like, because I mean, no, because it also is like, because I remember like one of the things is of like AI taking jobs, but like the thing about AI is that like it still needs that human touch. Like it's still, like it's still like it's not like even Chat GPT says like it's that like it's like when you would start to like log in, it kind of says that it's not always 100% accurate. Like it still needs that human touch. Like when I write an article, I'll create a base of it, like the base of it in ChatGPT. That way, it's like because it's easier to edit something that's already written, and then just go
Yep.
in and tweak it as needed to make sure the information is accurate. It sounds like my voice, something I would be writing.
And that's important. And I don't think I think people want to do something fast and get time management, but sometimes slower is better, because at least you're getting your point across and your voice
Yeah.
heard. And that's important, to not have just an AI voice. Let AI talk for us, you know? It's just very interesting on everything. And then another thing I know is the deep fakes that they're doing. It's kind of crazy how it looks real. The people, they sound real. It's scary at times because you can do someone's likeness and then do have them say some crazy stuff and it's not even them. And that's happened. So it's crazy. Um, so what do you think about all that?
Mm. Oh no, yeah, it's true. I mean, I mean, I mean, one thing I usually say is like to take things with a grain of salt, and like it's usually like like and like this is kind of like something that's you usually have to like, especially when take it and yeah, you do have to take it with a grain of salt, just kind of question a little bit because you never know like if it's actually real or if it's actually like if it's like actually real or something that like you like just kind of made using an AI.
Yeah, I mean, and it's scary. Um, it's that real, and but it is fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have my limits
Mm,
on doing, videos that have so much lightning. I won't do anything to incriminate them in any way or anything like that. I have my standards. And really in some instances I don't really do it other than if it's just like a parody kind of thing. And we're just kind of making fun, but not fun of them. It's just getting the point across like for a brand, just putting it out there and let them say it and but I know, like you said earlier, that a lot of people are worried that AI is going to take their place. No, that's not the case, but they need to learn AI because it's going to be a part of their job. And they need to learn
mm,
all the facts around AI and see that it's not scary. It's really educational and it's very time management because they can summarize these long things. And so that way you can skim through it and you still learn and you're, recepting it well. And I think AI is a game changer. I just wish people wouldn't be as scared to use it in the right way as long as
mm,
I want to make some directions because on ChatGPT you could put in instructions to your AI. And I am going to come up with a bunch of instructions and show how you can train your AI. And I think that might be my next project is really trying to show people how they can train their AI the correct way. So that way they're not getting that that they can get that cr- critical information on citations and making sure that the information you're getting, you're fact checking, you're going and you're double checking, but you want to do that accountability to your AI. You want to hold them accountable.
mm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I mean, what's also interesting about like AI and like deepfakes, especially, is like the like James Gunn, like he's now in charge of like the DC films, and so I remember I read on a post on Instagram that I think there's like I'm not sure if this is actually going to happen like with the script or not, but someone said that like according to James Gunn that the new Clayface movie in 2026 might actually kind of contain themes about the use of AI and deepfakes. Well, which does actually make a lot of sense considering that Clayface, is, like as a character in the comics, is like he's as essentially a shapeshifter. Like he's a Hollywood
Right.
actor who kind of like molds his face
Oh, wow.
to look like someone else. Like it's explored a lot in Batman the animated series. Like there was an episode
Mm.
where it kind of showed him like using this substance that would like allowed him to kind of like mold his face to kind of do like different roles. And so like
Oh,
he
okay.
would actually like look like someone completely different.
Wow. That's crazy. And they're gonna introduce AI in that. That's cool. I mean, and just
Yeah.
think of
Yeah, it's
the
like yeah, yeah.
of everything that we can
Yeah, it's an
prove
interesting
with
way of
all
like
this. So,
yeah, it's an interesting way of like kind of like having that commentary on it and kind of like talking about the you because because like essentially like not everything is like the whole I mean not to steal from Transformers, but not everything is as it meets the eye.
right. I know. So now, um, there was one thing on, did you see the animated cat that was laughing and it like really was trending? Um, yeah, I
Didn't actually.
it was really funny. You have to see it. I'll have to find it and show you because it became a big thing. And then the person that really liked it so well, she found out it was AI and she didn't like it. And it was like, why? Because it's AI. Like, there's so many things now you can do, but you got to make sure that we're doing it in an ethical way.
Mm,
That's the only way we know. We have to have guidelines, and I think the government needs to come in because, we need the restraints of it. um, they need to uh, implement something, I think, really quick on it. And I think they will because they know it's here and it's not going anywhere. So
yeah.
it's interesting. It's to see what they're going to come up with or what's going to be the restraints. And then, like I said, with Cognify, I mean, I'd like to see how they grow and because of making the AI better and giving it an accountability. I think that is
Mm,
amazing. It will be a one of a kind tool. You don't see any other companies right now doing this. So it's something really interesting, and something that people should, become a member of because like I said, they at least will help you to get your AI to an ethical way of doing things and giving the output being correctly, being accurate.
mm. Yeah, I mean, no, because it does remind me of like, it's like I saw these, I think it was like an AI video of like dogs doing, I forget what exactly they were like, what exactly they were doing. I want to say it was like, I think it had something to do with like standing or walking or something. Like I
Okay.
think that's what it was. I forgot what exactly, but like it was basically made with AI. Like like I mean as someone who like works with AI, like it honestly kind of fooled me for a bit because it does look
Yeah.
so real and like to the point like where you have to be told that it's an AI because it's just so like it looks like something that would actually like that's actually real. And that's like
Yeah.
because like also like I remember as like because like really in like such a short time AI has really come a long way because I remember like I would see pictures that were made with AI, and you could tell it was made by AI because like
Yeah,
it would be like a hand that has like six fingers on it, or it has,
something
or like
messed
the,
up.
yeah, like it's the, if it was like a person's face, their features would look like it was a Picasso painting.
Was right.
Like you tell that it was an AI image. And like, but like, whereas now, I remember I was creating some images for an article, and like it was, and like I mean, like I knew it was an AI image because I like was literally making them with an AI. I
Right.
I kind of had to know that they were an AI image, but like but I was thinking to myself that like like if I hadn't, like if I wasn't making this, right, if I was not the one putting in the prompts and making the images here, would I actually know that this was an AI and not just like
Right.
something either, because it looked like, because like it didn't have those like errors, that like it still kind of looked like something, like it looked kind of animated, but you can, but like there are filters like on like uh editing software like let you have that kind of effect. So it's it so it's interesting because like you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt of like whether like what you're actually looking at is actually real, or if it's like something that like you made with like Gemini or Midjourney or something.
Right. Yeah, Midjourney, that one is more technical. You need to
Yeah.
know like the ratio, the depth, the 5 step, or and you have to write a paragraph, and then like there's sometimes it's like you have to number like the amount of realistic image, make it a 5, and then how crisp and the ratio of it and everything, and it's crazy. But it's something you can learn. It took me a minute, but their their actual pictures, images they create are very rich. Um, I've noticed that about them. They have a edge to them that I really like. And then there's also where you can do a face swap, and you can actually get your face or whoever's face put on there. Granted, there are times that it will not look like you per se, but there are
Yeah.
other, images that come in that group that do look like you, and it's like, okay, awesome. So it's interesting to know what our technology is doing now, and the sky's the limit now. I mean, seriously, as long as we can continue having that human element in AI, I think AI will be here for a while, and only get better.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, yeah, no, no, yeah, I'm yeah, yeah, like AI, I think is like also like something that like, it's definitely a good tool to have. Cause like it can, like it really helps with like, I mean, especially for writer's block, right? Especially because I can't remember, I remember I heard this, that like a writer's worst enemy is just that blinking blank page,
Yep.
the blinking cursor on the blank page is like the as like a writer's number one enemy.
Yep.
But like now with like chat gpt, like if you have a like if you know what the article is supposed to be about, like what the themes are and what it's supposed to be talking about, then you can kind of create like an underlying draft to kind of get like something written down on paper, have the themes there, and then you can go in and edit it.
Yeah.
And you can kind of edit it to include the most accurate information, the information you want to have in there, like what data points you want to include, and then you can kind of change the language a little bit to fit more your style of writing. But like it, like you still have to do the article, like you still have to write the article,
Right.
but like it kind of helps you to get past that first step
Yep.
because you don't have to write the entire thing from scratch. Like it's easier
Right.
to edit a piece, like to edit something that's already written than it is to
Yep.
kind of have to start from scratch and know, okay, what's my next sentence? Okay, what's my next
Yep.
paragraph? Okay, where do I find, this data point?
You're right. Like I said, it's going to be a game changer. I mean,
Yeah.
well, it already is. It's, and then it's only, like I said, it's only going to get better. It's getting smarter. They're coming up with the updates all the time. So, I mean, I, I like to know what's going to be next.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I said, I mean, it's been a really crazy week for me. Um, but it the meeting I had today was really good and I was really excited about it and it really got me thinking and like I said, thinking of a new project on, just how we can better the introductions or the information we put into the chat GPT and instructions. And so but like you were saying on, the likeness and it's just the graphics and the videos that they're coming out with, those are even getting better. The tools that we are getting like Canva, uh, they're getting better with their AI. There for a minute, I really didn't like their
Yeah.
AI. And I mean, granted, they had those extra apps and stuff, but it was still was not what I would use. Maybe to, doctor up a picture, but not really doing anything. Adobe was really good with, Photoshop and everything. You could
Yeah.
do anything in those. Um,
Yeah. I
and
think it's
it's really interesting to learn all of that um, and then incorporate it into your daily life. And I think we've all done that, and in our positions right now. Um, I think you're doing the same thing, making articles, doing
yeah.
the images, and so you're just like a jack of all trades too. And you got the AI. So, and then of course you got your radio voice, we can't deny that.
Yeah. I mean, I have been told I have a very radio voice, like a very
Yep.
podcast voice. And because I think I go well, I mean, because I've also swore because I hear myself talk naturally, and it sounds. I swear, like whenever I speak into like a microphone, like I always like swear like my voice sounds almost deeper,
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
like it sounds like a lower baritone or but like I don't know if that's just I don't know if it was because I was speaking into a microphone or if that's just how my voice is and it just sounds differently to me.
It could be. I mean,
Like
it really could be.
I'm not sure if that's how but I don't know. I like I'm not a expert on human physiology, so who knows?
So we won't bring that all in that in this conversation. That would be going a little bit deeper. Oh, um, so yeah, I love talking about AI and knowing your thoughts and everything on that. That this was a really good topic to talk on today.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
and I know that our our fans will enjoy our conversation, hopefully, and we get going and we be able to actually, do this more. And then also, can't
Yeah,
wait to start having guests on here so we can, ask them the questions and all that good stuff, learning everything about them. I think this is a really good thing to have. And I just wanted to
yeah,
say that I was really excited when you did mention this. I probably would have never done it. Um, but that was by myself, obviously. I lose my words a lot. So, this is bringing me out of my comfort zone.
mm,
And I'm trying something new, and I'm hoping I get better as time goes.
yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, like that. I mean, that is like the interesting thing about public speaking is like you have to like it's kind of nerve wracking like before you do it, but I feel like once you kind of get into a bit of a groove and you kind of talk about something that you know about and are interested in, then
Yeah.
actually like the act of actually speaking about it becomes a little bit easier because you're just kind of doing what you naturally do.
Yeah. It's sort of like our topic today, it's something that
Yeah,
I'm passionate about. So but it's very interesting too because it is the trend right now. And like I said, it's not going anywhere. So I just hope everybody will take this, caution and definitely get out there and learn because the jobs are going to change. It won't, I don't think it's going to hurt or take anybody's job. I think it's
yeah,
just going to be a different form. They're going to have to learn it.
yeah, yeah. I agree. And I think with that, I think that's a good way of concluding this
All
installment.
right.
All right. All right. That thank you, Cassie, for hopping on and for bringing for kind of bringing this that bringing up this topic. It was very interesting conversation. I had a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And we'll definitely on the next one have another topic that's good, and we'll be talking good about that.
Yeah. All righty. All right. Thanks again, Cassie. Thank you all for watching and listening. We'll see you on the next one.
Yes, bye.